Hey, welcome to our live stream on this Sunday afternoon. And we are coming to you from the school bus that we will be moving into here in the next couple months. And we have not debuted this school bus on our channel yet, so we wanted to show you a little bit. And it's actually still in construction, and we will be, well, we're still building it out. So that's why we haven't moved into it yet. It's going to take a little bit of time, but we will show you about this bus just a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you could see behind us here, we have these cabinets that we made, and we have painted them to distress them. And so Ashley picked out this color. It was more of a blue. It was more of a blue color, and I really wanted to stain them and to make them look old and rustic. And so what I did is they were white, and actually not all of them were white. Some of them we had bought brand new, the doors and stuff. And so we primed them white. Then we went ahead and painted them that blue color. And I said, I really want to stain these, make them look old. So I sanded these edges down, as you could see right here. Sanded the edges down, and just all the spots that would be wore out. And after that, then I put a gel stain over it. I think it was a walnut stain, and we wiped them down after that, and they looked really cool. Only problem is they needed like clear coated to protect them, or they would kind of wear out over time. And so we have a tremendous amount of hours just in these cabinets, but these cabinets here were actually this face was pulled out of an old trailer, and so most of this is just recycled stuff, and we put them to good use. Put some new hardware on them. Got some over here on this side of the bus too. Still have to put an end cap on that one there, but the actual these ones up top are actually, this is all metal construction. So I had a metal friend of mine break all this over. It's like 16th gauged steel, and he broke it in his metal brake, and we painted all that up too. But let's see, we've done quite a bit of work on this thing. The seats were pulled out of this whenever we bought it, and so that was kind of the easy work. Let me show you in the back here a little bit. Let me switch the camera around. Okay. Go tell them about the
I was watching comments.
That's okay.
Okay, so this is recessed in, this dresser. We've refinished it, sanded it down, polished it, put new hardware on it. It's pretty neat. This is Henry's bed. This is where he'll sleep. He really enjoys it. He has his own little light switch. He can turn on and off as he wants to.
We actually had the it was more completed, and I had to tear it apart, and we ran wiring, and we're going to run some plumbing underneath of it, so that's why all that is apart.
This is our bedroom. It's in the middle of having lines ran and things like that.
Yeah, so we have a piece of plywood that lays down over that. Once we've kind of taken that apart too, because we had to run electricity and running some plumbing and stuff like that, and that is a queen size bed. Over here we've got a on-demand water heater, and this is the bathroom here. We've got a full-size stand-up shower back there, a little sink, and then we're doing a composting toilet here. Now, if you notice that this is in the middle of the bus, there was actually a window right here. Window here and another window there, and that separator bar was right in between. And the kid that we had bought the bus had already cut this hole in here, and from the outside there was a little door, and he had a generator. That's where he would store his generator at. This actually was used to haul a race car whenever we had bought this bus. But I thought, man, I want to get rid of the bus, or the door up front, and so I actually cut this doorway in and built some steps for it. and then we deleted the door that's up front, and that way Ashley could ride in a passenger seat. So we're going to mount this here, and then we'll talk a little bit about why we have the school bus. Might be some backlighting.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So we originally bought this bus because we were into truck and tractor pulling, and the back of this bus, if you notice that under our bed, it actually slopes down, so it dovetails. The kid that we had bought it from, like I had said, had hauled a race car in here, and so the whole back of the bus, he had cut it off, and it had a folding door, so he was able to drive the car up inside of here. And we, like I said, we did truck and tractor pulling, and we were looking for another bus so we could haul our pulling truck in here. And so we had worked on it to accommodate the truck, and eventually we decided truck pulling wasn't for us anymore. We wanted to put our eggs in another basket and not waste so much money on truck and tractor pulling.
Yeah.
This is our third bus that we've owned. The first, all three buses were for the same purpose, for truck and tractor pulling. So anyway, the next step of this bus was going to be for an RV, for camping, and so that's why there is that passenger seat up there. We were going to use it just for traveling and do some camping. And man, we've probably had this bus since 2013, and it's just been a huge, slow process. Hasn't really done anything. Well, as of recent, we've decided that we were going to move in this thing and live in here for about a year.
However long it takes to build a house, pretty much.
Yeah, so we want to build a shop house. So basically, this is a means to an end in our living situation right now. And the problem is like I said, we want to build a shop house, but we want to build it exactly where our living quarters is right now. And so if we move that out, we really don't have a place to stay. So I told Ashley, okay, so I want to move into the school bus. What do you think? And she wasn't really excited about it.
I'm still not super excited, but I really think it'll be a nice change to learn to appreciate less stuff and be thankful for what we have and just the small things that we need, instead of having just so much junk piling up everywhere.
This bus is about 330 square foot, somewhere around that. We live in 1,000 square feet right now, and that was a huge downsize from when we lived in town. We moved out here in 2013 in May. Before that, we were city dwellers and lived in a small town. Super nice city, super nice little town, but we didn't like neighbors. We wanted to move out here into the country and back on my grandpa's land. And so the opportunity arose, so we sold our townhouse that was 3 levels. That thing was huge, and it was way bigger than we needed.
Yeah, for 2 people, it was a lot, and we ended up having a couple of roommates in and out just to help take up the space and help with, bills and stuff, because it just was so much to maintain for 2 people.
We actually had more junk in all the rooms. We didn't utilize hardly one level, but all the rooms just had a bunch of junk in them. And so when we moved out here, we had to downsize big time. And so whenever we're going to be moving this bus here, hopefully within the next couple months, we're going to be having to downsize and get rid of a bunch more junk. As Americans, we really just collect and collect and collect junk, and we don't even use it. That's how we do anyways. And maybe going to a little bit of a minimalist lifestyle will be more rewarding. We'll see. It's going to be a test. But what else?
Well, it'll be easier to keep clean because we have less space to clean. So hopefully it doesn't take me as long to clean house.
One thing that whenever we were building this bus, it would have been a lot easier if we had a plan. But since the bus changed ideas now on its third time, the bus has had to be, it was going to be this and it was going to be that. And so originally, we were, like I said, we were going to pull a truck in here and take it to truck pulls. And so about, maybe 2 windows back or from where we're at now was going to be just like a little bitty living quarters. And then after that, the whole thing was going to be living quarters, but it was going to be an RV. So it wasn't going to be as detailed and have this and that and worried about storage. And now that we've decided to move in this thing, we definitely had to change it up and just, it's taken way too long to do this thing. It's really would have been way easier as if we would have just had a plan straight away. But of course we would have had to have the, know what we were doing with it.
Yeah, always have a blueprint and something written up on kind of what you want to do, because otherwise you're going to make way more work for yourself than you want to do, because we've cut the fender wells out, we put them back in, and we've tore the beds apart, and we put them back in, and we've tore, it's just back and forth, and it's like it's never ending.
Yeah, whenever it was going to be an RV, the thing wasn't hardly going to have any electricity in it. I think it was only going to be solar panels and maybe an outlet or something like that. And so as I was building the walls, and then we changed our mind, like I had to retrofit and run a bunch of electricity in through the walls after the walls were built and the paneling was up and painted, and it was a huge ordeal to have to redo it.
And then we've changed on, like, if we were going to have, like, a booth type of setup, like an RV, or if we were going to do, like, a bar setup and have chairs underneath of it.
Yeah.
So we've modified that, and so there was a hole cut in the carpet where the table was. Well, now there's a hole in the carpet that we have to replace.
I actually filled that hole in.
Oh, okay, he filled the hole in, so yeah.
Yeah, another thing is carpet. Most tiny house buses or schoolies, whatever you're calling them, nobody has carpet really in their schoolie, just because, it's a small space. You're probably wearing and tearing it out. But we really wanted to have carpet. Where we live now has carpet, but it doesn't. It's not very nice carpet.
It's not enjoyable carpet.
Now, we're in our house in town had wood floors, and it was super nice, but man, it just was not very comfortable. And so about 2 years ago, we had bought just enough carpet to do this thing. And I know a lot of people are afraid of carpet gassing and stuff like that. So we had this carpet, and we stored it in our shed for 2 years. And, if there was any gases in it, it definitely doesn't smell like new carpet. So, it doesn't stink, but my point is it's aired out plenty. But I'm sure it's going to hold, the allergens and stuff like that. I wear boots and they tie, and so to come in on nice carpet, I'm going to have to get into the habit of taking my boots off, stuff like that, which I'm really not going to enjoy doing that. If I had shoes that I could slip off and on, it would be way easier.
I really don't want to be vacuuming mud up off the floor and scrubbing it off the floor because you wore shoes in the house.
We pretty much will have everything in here. The thing has running water. It has electricity with outlets. It has a TV. It has heaters. We're going to heat this thing with floor heaters, with radiant heaters. I think it's going to have everything that we definitely need to live and live comfortably.
It does have air conditioners, but we don't have them in yet. So for the summertime, we'll be able to have some rooftop ACs to keep us cool.
I watched a video from Doug and Stacy, and they said air conditioning makes you weak, so maybe we shouldn't put them in.
Maybe we'll just have fans. I don't know if that makes a difference, but...
But yeah, we're really excited about this. What else were we going to talk about?
Just some new series coming on our channel.
We also have a few new things coming out on the channel soon. As you can see, we did Drone Farm Fridays, just drone videos that we've been taking. And we usually will put those out on Fridays. We were going to make a new channel for drone videos, and YouTube kind of put the
hold on that.
Yeah, they said no, because of course you don't get paid unless you're hitting the 1,000, 4,000, and yeah, that's not really gonna happen. So there's no reason to have multiple channels.
And if you guys, if there's something that you're interested in that that we do and you want to see a video on it, please let us know. We want to keep your interest and make sure that we're keeping everybody happy with what we're showing and things like that.
This couch that we're sitting on is an RV couch. Got it from a friend. He actually gave it to us, so it folds out into a bed. I reupholstered it. I think it turned out pretty nice. The upholstery that was on it was not very good. We still have to tint the windows in here. That's actually what I do for a living, is tinting windows, and I can't even get my own stuff tinted. And
we're going to get some curtains. We're going to find some fabric and make some curtains. So that'll make it more homely, too.
Homely? Isn't that like...
Is that not the word I was supposed to use?
Pretty sure that means like ugly.
Okay, not ugly, but it'll make it more homey. I guess that's the word. I don't know.
Homestead.
Not a homestead homey, but
right.
a school bus homey.
So up here, I don't know if the camera is seen up above us or not, but there's a little shelf. It's indirect lighting. I just had a video on that. I'll be publishing that this week.
See it.
Okay. So anyway, right here above my head is this indirect lighting shelf. All the lights in here are LED lights. The 120 volt lights are all LED. The 12 volt lights that will be running off a battery system are all LED. But I didn't want to be staring at a light all the time. So I've seen a lot of indirect lighting on school buses. And so we had made this shelf. What else were we going to talk about?
Well, we plan to build a little like washer dryer room off to the side to keep our washer and dryer and our bigger refrigerator, because the mini fridge that we use in here is not going to be big enough to hold enough groceries for more than like a couple days.
It's going to be like a 12 by 20.
Yeah, and it's also going to be used for homeschooling as well. And once we get our house built, it'll be just our homeschool room, which will be
like a schoolhouse.
Yeah, like a schoolhouse. So it'll be really nice to get out of the house and to a new area to say, okay, school's in here. This is what we need to focus on. So I think that'll be really nice too.
Yeah, because right now it's just at the table, and Henry's still, he gets distracted easy, and because it's in the house and I was just playing with this over here a little bit ago, so I don't want to study. I want to go do this over here, which is fine. He's still just a little kid, but we do enjoy teaching him the things, and he loves doing activities.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think getting him out of the house into just an environment that is only for,
for school,
for learning and stuff, he'll like that a lot. We got some chickens going on right now, and we just had MoDOT drop off a load of mulch. So I seen them cutting up some trees and chipping and shredding and stuff, and so I asked them what are they going to do with it, and they said they were just going to dump them at their place and burn them. And I said, well, I just live 2 miles down the road, please dump them. And so they did, and the chickens are quite enjoying that on the garden right now.
Henry is currently napping, and he is 3 years old, and he's super smart. As if you've watched our videos, you can see that. I'm sure he'll be awake anytime. Maybe he'll make it on the video today. I don't know.
He'll be cranky.
Yeah, he will. He'll probably want a snack, because he always gets a snack after nap, and it's just how he is.
Yeah. So, another reason why we have carpet is because it's just an extra barrier of insulation underneath, and in the wintertime, definitely you would be getting a lot of heat loss through that floor. So we have some foil bubble wrap insulation down, then we have a real thick carpet padding, and then of course the carpet. And whenever we do run heaters in here, when I've been working on it this winter, I could definitely tell a difference from before all that was laid down. What do we got?
Just a good evening. Yes, it's kind of afternoon, evening. Good evening to you.
Good evening. Gloomy day out today and a little chilly, but
it's tolerable compared to how cold it's been. Well, not like been this week, but I mean as cold as it's gotten.
Yeah. It's
nice.
I went into the greenhouse a while ago, and it said the outside temperature was 50, the inside was 67, and we don't have any heat on.
So that's pretty good for not having any heat on.
But the humidity was like 86%, and you could just feel it in there. And I hit the the plastic up top, and it like rained down on me. It was quite funny.
Need a shower?
But everything's going really good right now. We've got radishes coming up. I'm hoping like another week and a half, those things will be ready to start eating. Super excited about that.
Yeah, we've been eating salads out of there. We've had some spinach and some different kinds of kale and dill. Henry really likes to go out and help prepare salads for supper. He enjoys that.
This week we have, let's see, we've been trying to do videos every day. It takes a tremendous amount of time. There's a lot of people that do it. Maybe we just don't know how to do it easy. But tomorrow we have a video about wood ashes. The next day we have a series coming out that, now when we do series, I don't know that it's going to be every Tuesday, but so this series that we've started is called Techno Tuesday, where we show you a little bit of the technology that we use to record our videos. And so that's coming out on Tuesday. And
you had one
Wednesday, I think we have a recipe coming out. Super awesome coleslaw recipe.
Do we have anything for Thursday yet? Maybe that.
The bus light video. So that'll be out Thursday, and then Friday. I'm not sure what we're gonna do Friday.
Either drone video, or maybe we can try that new other series we were gonna do. Not the techno, but the other one we were gonna do.
We've got a series coming out for kids that we've been wanting to do for a little bit, and I do have another drone video coming out of a steam engine, an old steam engine from I think the 20s, the early 1920s, and he is pulling a pulling tractor sled, and it's super awesome. Fire sparks coming up out of the stack. It's super neat.
Yeah, blogging and vlogging every day is a lot of work, and I just don't see how people can just go and go and go and go. I mean, eventually, I think you're gonna run out of stuff to talk about, and I'm not really a video person. I don't even like hearing myself talk on camera after I rewatch it, but there's people that do it, and they just are good at it, I guess.
So I'm watching our chickens right now over here, and we've got a rooster. I'll show you in a future video, but he's got talons that are
huge.
I mean, like 2 inches. I'd like to measure him, but I'm afraid he'd
get you.
Poke my eyes out if I tried to grab him. And our other rooster, he came from the exact same batch. He's not the dominant one.
He's not near as big either.
But his tines, or his talons are...
Yeah, tines. Tines are the deer. Deer. Aren't they on deer?
Well,
deer
antlers.
Tines? Antlers, yeah.
But anyway, they're like an inch long. So I really don't know what else we're going to talk about on this live stream. Probably about over, unless you guys have any questions.
Oh, just some ideas for children's shows. For your children's shows, I could give you some ideas for simple shots that many young English would appreciate.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, please do.
Who was that from?
That was from It's Honor Bright.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. They left a comment the other day.
I'm a new sub. How long have you been using YouTube?
Well, we've got a couple channels. Freaky Geek. We have. Let's see. I've got a personal channel. My name's Tracy Frederick, and so I have a channel called Tracy Frederick, and I've been on YouTube on that since 2007, I think the date on that says. And I used to use that mainly just to upload our truck pulling videos. And then every now and then I would build something, and so that would be uploaded to that. And then we decided we wanted to start making fun little videos, so I have some videos on there, but not too many. Then the Farm Alarm platform was just about a year old, maybe a little more than a year, and we it started to take off last May or March, something like that. We got a lot of recognition when we went up and seen Doug and Stacy. They only live a few hours from us, 3 hours, and that really helped us out with getting subscribers and getting more views and watch time, stuff like that. So really, I guess if you want to just count what we're doing now, just about a year.
Stephanie, no, we haven't really done a farm tour as far as our own farm. You know, we don't really have a video of just one video of everything on the farm. We just have different shots of like different areas of the farm. But that's actually a good idea. We could probably do a video of touring the farm and put that on our channel. I think that would be really good.
We live on 3 acres that we got from my grandpa, and it's just off of his farm that is probably around 200 acres, and we live right off the Missouri River. So just I don't know, a half mile this way is the Missouri River Bluffs. I mean, it drops off, and it's super neat. There's a lot of cool views.
Freaky Geek, yes, we've actually thought about doing a random facts video about us, just different things to kind of get to know us personally and things like that. So thanks for the reminder on that. We'll definitely do something like that.
Last year, actually, there was a 30 random facts going around. We did get asked to do that by Tealhouse Farms, and we had so much on our plate, and it just actually didn't happen. And then we got in trouble with YouTube and got put on probation, and I got really mad about YouTube,
and so it kind of was like, forget it, I don't want to do this anymore. And then we kind of started doing it again after we got over that little mess. But 1,000 subs in a year, that's good. Teaching in China online, looking for simple English, sit, stand, jump. Teaching about house plants to filter because the air is toxic.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Eating food that is clean, etc., for older kids.
Sure.
Yeah.
Putting fresh plants in live plants in this little space will be really good. I mean, that definitely helps keep the air clean and whatnot.
You can check it out. I've kind of read everything. YouTube is touchy. Lately it seems like it's really been, every time we put a video, it's been demonetized. Okay, well, why? I don't understand. But I guess if that's not what they're interested in.
After we put up a video 2 weeks ago called Henry Plays Power Tools, because he loves playing with
tools.
With drills and real stuff, and anyway, it got demonetized. And I was like, are you kidding me? It said it wasn't suitable for all advertisers. And I was like, here we go again, I'm going to get mad at YouTube again. But anyway, I think it's an autonomous thing. I don't think there's somebody sitting behind a desk actually doing that. I'm not sure why it demonetized it, but I told it, I clicked a button to do a manual review. Then it said it wasn't going to manually review it unless it got 1,000 views in 7 days. I said, well, that ain't happening. But anyway, within probably 20... All right.
Are we up and running?
We're running. Sorry.
Our phone died.
Okay, if you're still with us, sorry about that. The phone could not be charging while in the gimbal. So anyway, we don't have it in the gimbal, and it is it's charging right now. What were we talking about?
We were talking about...
Okay, well, anyway, we actually, if you remember, if you've been here for a while, we had a video that was called, it was about a raccoon that had been getting our chickens, killed one of our chickens, and I trapped it, and we shot it. Long story short, people didn't like the video. There was people that said, we didn't make a video just to say, hey, look at us, we're murdering this raccoon.
We were showing people that this is what it takes. When you live on a farm and you have livestock, you have to protect your animals. We're not just doing it for fun.
Yeah, so anyway, whether right or wrong, we probably shouldn't have made the video because, people there were certain people who didn't want to see it, and we got in trouble with YouTube. They they deleted the video, told us that we were on 90-day probation. We couldn't do live stream, and if it happened 2 more times, they would delete our account. And so I didn't really like that at all. Maybe we were in the wrong by making a video like that, but There was all sorts of people commenting saying, you know, you could, how about relocation? Why couldn't you just trap that animal and take it far down the road? And, you know, people just didn't realize that, well, I can't just take it down the road. I mean, he's going to be somebody else's problem. That's really messed up. So, anyway, on with the next subject.
That's all. I don't have anything new.
Okay. Well, I guess we won't stick around. We just wanted to say sorry that the live stream was interrupted. And thank you guys for tuning in so much. If you don't have any questions, we're going to go ahead and get off here. What did he say?
Oh, that was just the last one about talking about YouTube being finicky.
So thanks for checking out our school bus. We've got a lot of work to do to it. We've got to paint the outside. Plenty of stuff to do on the inside. Finish up the water lines and whatnot. And we'll take you along on the process. And I've got some videos from start to finish on a lot of pictures that we've taken. And we'll get those posted. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Hope you liked this video. Give us a thumbs up if you had.
And we'll see you on the next one.
See you next time. Bye.